I think I filmed this on Wednesday, so there was at lunchtime. So there was 2 more full days of running after I filmed this drone video right here. So if you'll stay tuned at the end of the video, I give a pretty good J update on kind of what's going on with him and all that. You can see right here what we've already cut. That was when we first moved on the job. Now as the camera pans around, you can see what we're currently cutting on. You can see Derek right there kind of coming in the frame. He's cutting. We're just going to kind of make a loop with the drone, go out and come back, and then I'm going to fly back over it. And we're going to kind of hone in on Derek for a little while and just kind of watch him cut some. You can kind of almost tell just by looking at this video right here what's left to cut right here. You can kind of see it. He's cutting that down. All this has done been cut now. We got it there Thursday and Friday, but this is the same week that we hauled 134 loads in 5 days off of this job. I've had some people ask about numbers and stuff like that. The biggest day we've ever had hauling wise, one day I loaded 41 loads in one day. I think that was in 2014, the fall, about this time of year, September, October, something like that. Man, that was a lot of wood for me to load, and a lot of trucks to load in one day. So we've had some big days in the past and done moved a lot of wood, things like that. You can kind of see over here to the right, everything that gets cut, all this straight ahead of us gets cut. We're kind of flying, this is going to be southeast right now is the direction that we're flying. We'll fly toward this point. All of this over here that I'm flying, facing right now, that's what we're cutting right now. We're on it right now. So we'll spin the drone around, and then we're going to go back straight across this cut here in just a little bit there. And pick up on Derek. All right, here we go. We're going to fly back toward Derek. Like I said, everything on the right is what we're cutting right now, and that's what we'll fire up on in the morning while y'all are watching this video. You know, there's, when you got the right people and the right machines and the right timber and the right terrain, you know, sky's the limit on what you can do. And we just run just 4 machines, 4 men in the woods, 4 machines, 1 track cutter, a Tigercat LX830D. The skidder is a Tigercat 635D skidder. It's a bogey skidder. It's got the big grapple on it. And then the processor is a Wartall 2554. It's a John Deere 2554, and it's a Wartall 624C head that's doing the processing. And then the loader is a John Deere 2154D. John Deere loader. It's got a Rotobeck 4552 grapple on it with a 404 pitch grapple saw on it too. So we're just going to sit here and watch Derek for a little bit here, cut on this. These are kind of pretty straightforward cuts. You just make your pass go all the way out as far as you want to go, and then you just kind of start working it like you're reading a book. You hit it and you just cut a swath like what he's doing. He's cutting a swath in there and swinging to the right, putting the trees down in bundles where Chad can get them, and just advancing to his right as he goes. And then once he gets all the way to the end, then he moves over into the cut line a little bit and comes back up and all the way up there to the left to that point. So it's just like I said a while ago, like reading a book or like a typewriter, you know, typing. You're just going from side to side, you know, from top to bottom. And we try to mix it up pretty good with Chad just being the only skidder that we're running. We try to mix it to where when Derek takes off and starts cutting, he cuts the loading set out, and then he takes off for his longest skid that he can go to, that he's going to go. And in that way, it gives Chad options to, like, as he gets wood on Kevin, then he can mix in longer pulls, shorter pulls, longer pulls, shorter pulls. So you can kind of see right here now, we're just going to fly back toward the deck here. This is actually a pretty cool shot right here as you're coming around these trees, coming into where the deck is, and seeing Chad and seeing Kevin run there. And this is looking kind of straight east right here, the way that we're at right now. And all this is filmed at lunch. Just got down real quick, ate real quick. As soon as I got through eating, I got the drone out and got it up in there. I got some pretty neat stuff coming up. Gonna be doing some stuff to my truck here that's gonna take place starting tomorrow. And y'all see some pictures on Instagram kind of leading up to that little project that's fixing to be going on. Hadn't mentioned anything to it about until just now. And so it'll be pretty neat when I show the finished project on it and get that done. So y'all stay tuned for the rest of this video right here. So here is the pole barn pad, or shed pad, whatever you want to call it. Got it done Friday. Put in here, all packed in. Now I talked to the people from Roof Mart. Called me a week ago and asked me if I had it ready yet. And I said no, I don't. And they said just holler at them, and they would try to work me on in. So I'll call them in the morning and let them know that I do have it done and ready to go. So I like it. I can come on off the back here a little bit and go that way. Probably come off this side right here because I'm gonna leave a space in between there, right there, and come over this way and go on out that way with an extension on it there. And I'm probably gonna end up doing that pretty quick, I would imagine. And also I can come off the front up here also too, and I can do that full length on the front right here. So I got plenty of options right here to work with, and so that's what we got going on. But I'm pretty happy with this. So not sure when they'll do the building. When they do go to do the building, I will try to get a camera set up and do a time lapse on it while they put the building up. Hopefully it'll work out like that. It's just some of this stuff for me to do is really tough for me to try to do and do the work that I do on top of that also. So we'll just kind of see how that goes. So this is what it'll be looking like if you come straight up my driveway. You'll be just straight into it right there. I'm gonna like that. I'm gonna like that a good bit. It'll work out pretty dang good. Alright, I'm gonna give y'all a Jay update right quick. Since he's been in the hospital since I guess it was September the 10th, I believe it was. He's been on the 9th floor of the trauma and burn ICU there in Birmingham. That's where he's been. But Janice, Jay's wife, texted me this morning at about 8:30, and she said that they just found out that when a room comes available, that they're going to be moving Jay to a step-down room. And so then this afternoon there, I text her and I asked her, what are they kind of saying as far as, how much more longer he might have to be staying in the hospital or something like that. And she texted him back about an hour later, and she says they hadn't said anything about going home. So obviously Jay is improving, but is still got a ways to go before he can even come home from the hospital. You can go back a few videos and watch some of the things that I've said about Jay. And Jay he's a mechanic that works for somebody else that does a lot of work from the company that he works for on our machines. You would say he's an independent mechanic, but he actually works for somebody else. But anyhow, he got hurt working on a skid steer on somebody else's place, and he got crushed by us. What happened? He's lucky to be here. So that's just kind of the quick, fast, and part of what happened with Jay. But hopefully things continue on, like they're going. The biggest thing is just, getting him healed enough to where he can get out. Now I know they do have him doing some walking, and she said yesterday at 9:30, let's see, they got him off his oxygen, and he was walking with a walker is what he was doing, and said his pain is a little bit better. So I can't imagine, everything he's probably dealing with and the thoughts that are, going through his mind, because I can't really relate to, what he's dealing with, but I know what it's like when you have had surgery, some major surgery, and the doctors are telling you, hey, you can't do anything for 4 weeks, basically. Lifting anything more than like a cup of coffee or something like that, like a gallon of milk is out of the question. You can't do it. And man, that's tough to depend on somebody else to do everything for you. So I didn't give an update, I guess, over the weekend at all. I just kind of left it alone. And several people asked about Jay. So that's it right there. Just keep in mind, I'm gonna push this pretty hard. The Sunbelt Ag Expo down in Moultrie, Georgia, and I'm gonna be there with Husqvarna for 3 days during that show. The show's in the middle of the week, a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and it's a pretty big show. You can look, there's a big clickable link in the description. You can click on it. There's actually some aerial videos there from probably a drone that was flew there at the show. It's a very large show, very, very large show. And so the people that show up, on my behalf, what I want you to do is when you come into Husqvarna thing, find somebody with Husqvarna and tell them why you're there. Tell them you're there, how come and everything like that. And then tell them that you appreciate them making the effort to get me and Jill there, if you would. They kind of need a little help in that direction on the social media side of things to understand the power of the social media stuff. There's a lot of people that do in these companies and things like that, but there are some who are still very scared of it and not real sure about, that part of things. So if you would do that, but hope everybody gets fired up on the work week this week and gets going and has a great week this week, and hopefully we will too. Maybe we won't have no breakdowns or anything like that. Nothing too major that we can't jump in there and work on and handle. There'll be some more videos from the landscaping project come out, so you can kind of see it progress. But I want to go ahead and get this one out here today on this, and kind of where you can get an update on that and on Jay too. So appreciate each and every one of y'all watching me. I'll try to, since I got the landscaping project out of the way, I'm going to try to maybe get a live feed this week, maybe on Wednesday night. I'm not sure. I've got to work on bidding on a pretty big waterline job that's fixing to be coming up to be released, and I'm going to try to get it, and hopefully I can. I got to really do some work on it and look at the site and all that stuff like that. So see y'all later. Taters.